Hello again. Here's another little update on music. This was the day we took him down to Alamo for our final check. It had been about, 6 weeks and then another 4 weeks. So 10 weeks from the initial injury. That's my dog thinking I need to go take her hiking. See, this is a tough thing. Until I learn how to do like captions and things like that on the edit of my videos, I'm just going to have to do these doggone voiceovers, and I really kind of hate them, but it's nice to know what's going on, I guess. So that was the night we got home. We got home just before dark, and it was a long day. 3 hours down, 3 hours back. So we got the all clear on him, and we were able to take him out and let him do some moving, but we still wanted it to be a little bit controlled. So it was hand walking for a little while, but they told us all's good. A little bit of compression, even if he steps down on it hard, is good for the healing. They were happy with where it was at. So you can see he's very happy to have the splint off. We were very stressed about just turning him loose. He'd gotten bored and taken to some habits of eating sand, and if he could, he didn't really have access to sand in his other pen where we had him. I guess you can imagine why we were afraid to just completely turn him loose. I was behind the camera, of course, holding the mare.
Holy moly. Are you trying to save my life? Yeah. I'll go behind the mare so we can run into her instead. Good gravy. You better have your rope handy in case you got to intervene and stop him when you turn him loose. He goes too much. Instead, he's going to eat dirt. Holy moly. Well, that's good. Oh, all right, Mama. Quit doing that.
He was so attached to his mama. When we finally did turn him loose, he just wanted to go a little ways and then crash into her. And go a little ways and crash into her. I guess that worked to our advantage for a minute because he didn't go too crazy too fast. Awful hard to video that way, though. So I don't know if I mentioned it before, but this was the very next day after the vet visit, the final visit down to Alamo. You can see he's getting a little fatigued and there's a tiny bit of a limp there, but I mean, we were pretty doggone thrilled. He was getting tired. So we headed back over to his pen and put him away. He had about a 16 by, maybe a 24 by 24 foot pen that we secluded him to initially. And then this was the second day after we were home. So the vet visit was Friday, and then Saturday was those other videos, and I believe this would have been Sunday, maybe Monday. But he went a little harder that day. And he ran and ran. I didn't show all the running, but I was probably holding my breath. And he didn't want to let himself be caught, so Jeremy had to rope him and put a stop to his tirade. We sure as heck didn't want him to just run until he hurts himself again. We figured he did plenty for that day. The leg got a few marks from the bandage, but looks good. What are you doing, Dumpy Lumpy? Doesn't that foot look great? Tiny bit clubbed and needs a little rasping, but looks dang good.